And we are back again. So in the last video, we killed the king. As you guys might guess, that's pretty much what the last video was about, was the whole scene where they kill the king. And Kailas is not too happy about it. They also have now realized that the one who the pride is going to be after for revenge is not going to be Antony, it's going to be Levar. And no matter which choice you chose for the king, for killing the king or not killing the king, that's the case. They are going to be after Levar. Look, the most important thing is for you guys to get out of here. Get the group out of here as fast as you can. What about you, my friend? Don't worry about me. Levar, I heard what happened. Zane stood in the doorway to the cave, stopping in his tracks. He could not hide the shock when seeing Levar still covered in his own father's blood. You need to get out of here. Z has already got the group together. They are out looking for you. They will kill you. All the more reason that you return home. I can't let you suffer, or can't let you all suffer because of what I did. I don't know how I can help you this time, Levar. You can help me by getting yourself out of this place. You cannot be seen with me now. I do not want this to come back onto you. Levar heard noises coming from outside the cave, recognizable voices. Search this land. Z says he likes to hide out here with the hyenas. Disgusting. Find him. Do not kill him. I want to have him alive. Levar turned back to Kailas. You have to get out of here. Take your brother, take the group, get out of here. We are surrounded. How are we going to do that? Leave it to me. Immediately after saying that, he turned and bolted out of the den, tackling one of Makoba's guards. After a quick scuffle, Levar was back on his feet, running. He had thrown them off guard for a split second, enough to get past them and run at full speed away from them. He did not look back, though he knew he could hear them chasing him. Levar had come to know the area much better than they could ever know it, dodging rocks and sliding down piles of bones, at the last minute causing them to fall behind, enough that he had a good lead on them. As he reached the edge of the rock wall that stood before him, there was a single solitary dead tree. To everyone's surprise, Levar climbed the tree with ease and enough speed to make it up to the top. He jumped onto the branch to push himself off, and the branch broke. He jumped just in time, landing over his brother's head. Levar looked back as he sped off. The branch hit his brother in the head, but he was still okay, just stunned. Levar felt free. He was one of the fastest in the land, and now everyone would have to find a new way to get to him. He darted along the small pathway to make it up out of his land. Levar felt a sudden hit to the side as he tumbled down a hill and came sliding to a stop in the dry sand in the rock. He groaned as he looked up to see what had hit him. Standing up beside him was Z. Z said nothing as he stood up as well, glaring at Levar the whole time, angry. Levar got ready to attack him. A roar filled the air. I will kill him. Huh? Levar looked over just in time to realize what was happening. Makoba lunged at him, pushing him into the ground. Brother, is this how a king would act? Okay, another little quick thing. If you've read the comic, in the few pages into chapter 1, this scene plays out, but of course it is Mufasa and Scar that he's with. You can, Z is actually remembering this scene in the first chapter of the comic. So, yeah, just I'd say. Levar looked up to see Zane rush past his brother and over by Levar as Makoba's eyes stared down at him full of fury. Makoba stepped back from the lion on the ground for a moment. Every breath he let out was a growl. Levar slowly stood up. While he wanted nothing more than to take Makoba out once and for all, he knew that Makoba was much bigger and stronger than him. He remained quiet and just looked at Makoba, waiting for him to take action. He killed our father, Zane. He deserves death as his punishment. He probably does. Is this how you want to start your time as king? What would the other animals think if you killed someone this soon? They will demand it. Makoba took a step back from Levar. You kill him then. For our father. Prove you are loyal to this family. You want me to kill my friend? Plus, I'm royal blood too. I will be looked down upon for this. No matter how much they want him dead, they will not want one of us, or they will not want us to do it. So he is your friend, is he? You let this traitor become your friend. He will never become king anyway. He needs to die. What would the animals think having a killer on the loose? Brother, I'm sorry. I cannot kill him. I will not kill him. Then allow me, your majesty. Everything happened so suddenly that Levar could not react in time. Z threw himself at Levar, grabbing him by the throat, much like Levar had always done to him in the past. His claw caught Levar's head, cutting him. Remember that scene where Z had his paw up on his head over top of that eye? So that's sort of like a little foreshadowing thing that Z's the one who cuts him. Levar was blinded by the blood in his eyes now from the wound on his forehead. He could almost feel his life starting to slip away. Only moments after this all began. Weak, Levar tried to kick at Z's face to get him to let go, but he could not get a good angle. Z, being much larger than him, could easily drag him, dodging the attacks to his face. Take him to the cliff, Z. He can live if he survives the fall. Makoba approached as Z dragged the helpless Levar towards the edge of the large gorge. Realizing he could not get Z off, he began to struggle to stop being dragged closer to the edge. Z's larger frame and strong muscles were no match against his own. He had been ambushed, probably the only way to do him in. No, Z, you're making a mistake. These actions you make now will haunt you for the rest of your life. Zane tried to stop his friend by reasoning with him. He killed our father. I know it was him. He has been waiting for this chance since he got here. Remember that day he almost killed Z, just to prove his point? Father was mean to him, but I still don't believe my friend did such a thing. He should be brought home. If he is taken home, the other lions will kill him. Banish him or something. You do not know for certain that he killed Father. You just can't kill him without knowing. I will not let traitors live. It is my responsibility to keep the pride safe. As the new king, I have judged him to be unsafe. He took our father's life. Levar's vision began to fade. He is my best friend. Don't kill him. You need to find new friends. See, let him go. Levar felt the pressure on his neck let go as he began to fall off the edge of the cliff. For several moments, he almost felt like he was flying upwards instead of downwards. His vision never came back. The impact, pain through his whole body, and then very shortly after, nothing. Whispers and voices filled his ears for moments after the pain was gone. His eyes opened and he looked around. He had made it. Somehow he had survived the fall from the cliff. Something seemed weird though. As he stood up, it was not hard or painful. He felt light as a feather. Looking down at his paws, he noticed that he could see right through them. What? What's going on? Hello, Levar. Levar jumped. It was a voice he had never heard before. He searched for who was speaking, but the only thing he saw was a cloud of smoke. Who are you? You know who I am. I can sense it in you. Danny. You are good, Levar. See, I knew you could figure it out. Why are you here? Now that is a good question, isn't it? Why would I come to you and not to Kailas. That is what you are wondering, right? Sure, why me? If I just stuck with one, then nothing would continue to go on. Kailas was entertaining to watch. Was? What happened to him? Oh, did you not know? Oh yeah, that's right. You were dead. Well, Kailas and his group got away for the most part. They started a new life in a new place, but his time was short-lived there. Of course, he was my chosen, but someone with far more potential decided to step up to the role. Antony killed him? Killed him in his sleep. No one knows it was him. They all think he just left. Now Antony is in charge of your group. I will be most interested to see how that works out for him. No, I have to go back. I have to kill him. The group is not safe with him as ruler. Ah, now that's the spirit I'm looking for. That is why I have picked you, Levar. He killed my friend. He is a danger to Zane and the others. Levar started to run to the cliff walls to find a way back up. What do you think you're doing, Levar? Perhaps you have everything but brains I'm looking for. Levar stopped in his tracks and looked back at the smoky cloud that was starting to take form of a large cat-like creature, not quite a lion, or if he was only a teenager. You could go back, scratch and punch at the air, but you would never touch him. What do you mean? The smoke floated over towards him. You are dead, remember? They can't see, hear, or feel you. What can I do then? I need to make sure they are safe. I can give you your solid form back, but I need something in return. What is it that you want? The black smoke surrounded Levar for a moment. He could see nothing but blackness. The music for this part, okay, I like it, don't get me wrong, but I had an original sort of like placeholder music that I couldn't use because it's copyright. That wasn't allowed to be used for, but it was so perfect. Anyways, then an image appeared in front of him, that of a strange-looking lion. His ears had been torn to shreds. 4 scars ran across his left eye, just like the ones on Kailas. The creature smiled at him, and Levar started to feel warmth from the fire that was starting to surround him. I want your second-born cub. I do not have any cubs. How will I give you one? Or how can I give you one? I will give you the opportunity to go back. Surely you already have a mate in mind. Missouri. Danny smiled more broadly at the sound of her name as Levar looked around at the disembodied voice that it came from. Of course, if you cannot find a mate, I do know of a perfect one for you. No, I do not want you to choose for me. I have a mate. Well, some time has passed since you last walked the earth as a solid being, so I will give you as many tries as you would like. If this girl of yours is not fit for the job, though, you must return to the afterlife till a more suitable choice is found. Levar thought for a moment and said nothing. This is not something that takes a lot of thought. Don't worry. You and this cub won't even know each other. I will make sure the two of you never see each other. You won't miss something that was never there. You want to go back, don't you? The sooner we do this, the sooner you can find Missouri, be with her again, and save your bride. Surely you can win her over. She will be your ticket to staying alive. All you have to do is have cubs with her. The second one is mine. I am being nice enough to let you keep your firstborn. After this, I will leave you alone and never bother you again. Of course, at a small chance that she rejects you or anything happens to her, you will have to come back to the spirit side and wait to try again. Now, how is that for a deal? I will never know this cub and they will never know me. Exactly. The two of you will never meet. Okay, fine. I will do it. Just get me back and quick. Danny paused. He looked almost surprised that Levar had agreed, but he wasted no time. So be it. Levar, I give you your solid form back. In return, you must produce an heir for me. If you do not, or cannot, your solid form will be taken from you for 1 generation, before you can try again. These terms are okay with you? I agree to your terms. Good. This might hurt a little. Ah! Okay, we're gonna stop the video here. I will see you guys tomorrow. We will finish the game tomorrow, so see you then. Bye-bye.